order in which you check yourself, and then the function, when you act that thing out, that's where you're going from that space. So
we are fucked up as a people, y'all. Look at what's going on. 2 single dumb bitches that can't sit up there with their husband and talk this boss shit. We are fucked up.
I completely understand and agree with you, and as far as like how high functioning looks that way, low functioning looks this way. But ultimately, I think what's most important is for people to understand inside of their environment, is everyone clear on the way that we're going with it, on the way that it means, on the actual intention.
No, I know what you're saying, and just add to that, people need to be clear on where they are in their functionality, yes, and where the people around them are in their, yes, functionality, and how does that collective function. Yep. That's why I said it's important to be a hybrid, because none of us are functioning at a high level all the time. That's called dehumanized. Yep. All of us have low functioning moments, and if we are too high functioning, that means that we are too much in our arrogance and we're transactional, and relationships have no place for transaction. The boardroom is transactional. Mm-hmm. Relationships is where I'm connected with my functionality. That's where my trauma will show up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just two seconds. Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, actually Berkeley, Missouri, $17,000. Went to University of Mississippi, but I majored in Kappa Alpha Psi. Hey, so I want you to just really, ladies, I want you to break it down, because right now on the other side of this camera, there are ladies who are saying, am I high functioning? Am I have value? Like, right, because they're doing what they have to do. They went to school. They have a job. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and their relationships aren't being successful. So can we just break it down so the normal lady can just understand?
Yes, and first and foremost, I just want to say this as a disclaimer. We all have value. Because I think that sometimes people are like, oh, I'm high value, and automatically that means, oh, I'm the best person out here, and you're different. Right. Yeah, and that's not what we're saying at all. It's almost like, and this is probably a terrible analogy, but I'm going to get it. If we look at diamonds, right, there is the VVS1 perfectly cut, flawless diamond, and then there's the diamond that you break into little pieces, and it fills other jewelry. Period. So inside of that, with those two things, both are valuable, both are necessary, but they're used for different things. And so whenever I talk about high value or high function, I think what's most important for the women that are listening at home to think and say to yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want from my girlfriends? What is it that I want from my partner? What is it that I want from my kids? And when you...
Yo, we fucked up, y'all. We fucked up out here. It's over, man. Fuck it. What do women want? She said, ask the women, what do I want? All right, let's go to this. Fuck it. Let's do it. The women need to say, what do I want? You dumb bitch. They all want the same thing, you dumb bitch. They all want the same thing. They all want the same damn thing, man.
Hi. Hi, what's your name, baby?
Laquita.
Oh, you got that blonde hair popping.
Yes.
Laquita, where you coming from?
New York.
And why? What part?
I'm in Buffalo. I'm in New York State.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse. You have any kids?
I do. I have one boy. He's 14.
Okay. You ever married?
No.
Let's see. Laquita, New York, Buffalo, New York. 33. What's your zodiac sign?
A Libra.
Libra. And I think I got it all. So we got Laquita, New York, Buffalo, New York, 33. Mom's a 14-year-old, never married, is a nurse. Mm-hmm. What kind of man are you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for a strong man, one who will not be intimidated by my success. I also want a God-fearing man and someone who is family-oriented.
Oh, you find that men are intimidated by your success?
I do, yes.
Ooh. In what ways do they express their intimidation?
Just certain comments, comments that indicate that they're a little bit jealous. And sometimes I have men that try to live off of me and my success. So that's been my experience where I'm located. So I'm just.
What do I say all the time? Men that try to live off of me. Ma'am, that is the only man you can get. When will these bitches get it? Ma'am, a man is not going to sponsor your lifestyle. A man is not going to sponsor you. A man is not going to pay for you. Okay, a man will. Well, he's fat and overweight. Can you take him? He got a whole house and everything. Do you want him? You cannot be with a man to pay everything, because even that fat man is paying everything, wants you to roll under his leadership. Can you do that? No. So you got to get a man that you got to pay for. It's not a bad thing. Why do you think you're better than that?
Tired of. They're a little bit jealous. And sometimes I have men that try to like live off of me and my success.
Oh,
So
whoa,
that's
whoa,
been
whoa,
my
whoa,
experience.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Men are intimidated by me, but they try to live off of me. Hold on. I'm a simple guy. Men are intimidated by me, but they try to live off of me. That doesn't sound intimidating. That sounds like that man see you as a boss woman, realize you can't get with no man to pay for you, and you know, he gonna knock you down real good. But I don't see the intimidation. I don't see it at all. I don't get it.
And my success. So that's been my experience where I'm located. So I'm just tired of it.
Listen, my first radio job, full-time radio job, was in Buffalo, New York.
I do, yeah.
Ooh. In what way do they express their intimidation?
Just certain comments, comments that indicate that they're a little bit jealous. And sometimes I have men that try to like live off of me and my success. So that's been my experience where I'm located. So I'm just tired of it.
Listen, my first radio job, full-time radio job, was in Buffalo, New York. I worked at WBOK. God, I'm 45. I think maybe 24. So this is like 20 years ago. But
I think I remember. You were the Black Barbie. Did they call you Black Barbie?
Yes. Black Barbie.
Yes.
I was in Buffalo for 365 days. That cool. I couldn't keep it.
Yeah.
But I lived in Buffalo, New York, my first full-time radio job. So in Buffalo, New York, you feel like those are the men that you attract.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Can you bring your camera down just a little bit or no? Okay, there we go. But I don't want your head to be cut off. Hold on. So what are your deal breakers opposed to living off of you?
Lying, cheating, not having a car. Yeah.
Not having a car. Okay, gotta have a car.
Mm-hmm.
So you look a certain way.
Yes, he should be very well put together. Good hygiene, good grooming.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I would like him to make 80,000. And again, not have a problem with me making more than him.
Okay. So you make.
Now, that ties into what this woman is saying.
High value, a high function. I think what's most important for the women that are listening at home to think and say to yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want from my girlfriends? What is it that I want from my partner? What is it that I want from my kids? And when you're looking at it in that space of this is who and how I want to be, you get to define your value. Because value.
There you go. You get to define your value. Now, why is that a bad thing? Because poor old Kevin died. You know what I'm saying?
Saying I deserve and I deserve and I deserve, and then getting mad when you get in that plot by yourself. They're going to be behind your children and behind possibly another man, your friends, pets, your desires. A man is going to come where? Fourth, fifth?
Age, children, excessive mileage of all types, lack of fitness, all lower you. So, are you grade A? Hell no.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
It was also subjective. Some people might look at us and be like, yo, they too much work. I couldn't, they ain't valuable to me. That's nothing but a headache.
Right.
And then someone else is like, oh, this is a powerhouse partner. Yeah. This is someone I can build with, I can live with, I can grow with. And so
I want to talk about, because I see it floating around on social media.
Yes.
I mean, since the days of Kevin Samuels. But is it in the DSM-5? And is it dangerous to be giving out to be giving out advice based on catchphrases?
First of all, yes, it is in the DSM-5. And for those of you who don't know what DSM-5 stands for, it's the Diagnostic Statistical Manual that therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists use to diagnose their patients. Now, I did that for the first 4 years of my career when I was a marriage, family, and child therapist. I no longer diagnose. Where it talks about it is from a social and occupational level of functioning. So within the DSM, there's no diagnosis for high functioning or low functioning, but it talks about the functionality of a person. That rubric of how somebody functions is how they diagnose if you are far this way functioning on the spectrum or far this way functioning on the.
You don't have the primary relationship. A man, the first business, your first network is family. You don't have it. You have shit. You have stuff. You have bags and purses and coats and trips and dogs and plants and candles and fragrance and shoes and shit.
Spectrum. So to break it down a little easier is
because this is very conjunction. What's your function? I don't know.
So
I need you to get.
Listen, let me go easy. Functionality is how well can you regulate your emotions?
Right.
Period. How well can you regulate your emotions? So you're creating resolve and you're in your high emotional intelligence. So high functioning.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Oh no.
So
I need you to get.
Listen, let me go easy. Functionality is how well can you regulate your emotions?
Right.
Period. How well can you regulate your emotions? So you're creating resolve and you're in your high emotional intelligence. So high functioning is I'm just being emotionally intelligent. I know how to function there.
Right.
But this is what it is. It's what were you gonna say? Well,
I was gonna ask something that was probably like a little off. But like, do you have your stuff together or don't you have your stuff together? Like, just break it down. Like, so I understand like this in the DSM-5.
They failed at controlling their pussy, protecting their pussy, and even maintaining and cleansing their pussy.
It's starting to say, well, no, he's high functioning, he high value, and it's becoming an excuse for people to come out.
I want to say this real fast. No, I say high function doesn't mean you're superior to anybody. That's not what it means.
Okay, so all I'm saying is inside of the functionality, so like she said, it's not in there, but you could infer that it's in there. And what that means is there's a spectrum of how we all behave, of course, right? Are you ratchet and knuck if you buck, or are you classy? That's really all it comes down to. And where do you lie on the spectrum? It's almost like masculinity and femininity. We all have each, right? Masculinity and femininity, they are not genders, they are energies, and we all have both. Masculinity is certain, it's decisive, it's strong, it's let's do it, it's get it done, it's achievement. Feminine.
Green, I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired on my own. So many women are so tired of being. So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
It's flow, it's cooing, it's nurturing, it's letting
I like
this up. Thank you.
It's nurturing.
Yeah, like, I'm a feminine woman, you know? So I say that to say we all have both, but where are you at on the spectrum? And so when you read, David Data has an amazing book called The Way of the Superior Man.
Yes,
I love that book.
It's an amazing, everyone has been I'm an avid reader, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be in the room.
So wait, before you go on, I want to say.
No, wait, let me finish this whole
See how the demon uses those certain language? Speaks many different ways, but you gotta stay focused.
And still be high functioning. Because I want to say this, you could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Functioning is not about a ratchetness or not a ratchetness. Ratchet is a very derogatory.
What? What did she just say?
You could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Because I want to say this, you could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Functioning is not about a ratchet. So wait, before you go on, I want to say.
No, wait, let me finish.
You could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Because I want to say this, you could be ratchet and still be high functioning.
Cleanse the environment of ratchet. First, we cleanse the environment of ratchet with sage. Num num urenge ochoyo. Num num urenge ochoyo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be in the room.
So wait, before you go on, I want to say.
No, wait, let me finish.
You could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Because I want to say this, you could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Functioning is not about a ratchetness or not a ratchetness. Ratchet is a very derogatory.
Of it, though.
But no. A person can be ratchet and be high functioning. How you function has nothing to do with if you're ratchet, if you're hood, or if you're not. The functionality is how well do you regulate your emotions.
Exactly, and I agree with that. So if you are traumatized, right? Let's say that you are triggered all the time because you haven't taken the time to solve your trauma.
Yes.
This is a response. Oftentimes we label as ratchet or knuck if you buck or whatever it is, because those are the way those women are behaving. It's not a look. It's not an essence. It's not an energy. Who is emotionally ratchet? I'm asking the question. No, you can't.
Gladiator on gladiator behavior. Let's get it. Ah, man.
The story.
Let's go.
Enough to keep up or whatever it is, it's because those are the way those women are behaving. It's not a look, it's not an essence, it's not an
But
energy.
let me ask you this.
No, let me
Let me
finish.
ask you this. There
No,
is no way to I'm asking the question.
Let me finish. Ma'am, you're supposed to be a woman with class. Ma'am. 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 That is the ratchet behavior that you say we should just bypass. That's the ratchet behavior you want us to bypass. It's sickening.
Enough to keep up or whatever it is, it's because those are the way those women are behaving. It's not a look, it's not an essence, it's not an
But
energy.
let me ask you this.
No, let me finish.
There is no way to I'm asking the question.
No, you can't
You're
ask the
just
question.
but you're generalizing. I know, but you generalize. You can't generalize and say that.
There we go. There we go. That's it right there, man. That's the representation. That's why I say it's no difference from this and this.
For 2,000, bitches gotta survive out here. Bitches gotta survive out here, nigga. Oh, now I'm gonna fuck them bitches. Now I'm gonna fuck bitches. Okay, you can do that. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000 and you was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive.
Make more than 80K, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And should he be in Buffalo, New York?
No.
No. He can be anywhere. And is 80K your minimum?
I can go to 60, 65.
All right, Laquita, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I gotta pop it back up again. Stop that again.
I see your legs. We got to see your full body. Can you bring the camera down?
I will try to practice.
Okay. Woo, we see you, girl. We see you, girl. We see you, girl. So we got Laquita, New York, Buffalo, New York, 33. What's the age range you would think?
I would do 30 to 45.
30 to 45. Okay. Can the guy have kids?
Yes, you have kids.
Do you want more kids?
I don't.
You don't. Okay. So have your head cut off. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was a year ago.
Okay. 3 flaws. No, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Let's get it. My last relationship was a year ago. My box was serviced 2 weeks ago. Why? Why was the box serviced, Cardi? Why was the box serviced, Cardi?
You probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000 and you was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here. We
Why she had to fuck 2 weeks ago, Cardi?
in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get fucked. They gotta get paid. Do that.
Cardi, why she get fucked? Cardi, why she fucked 2 weeks ago?
These hoes is hungry out here. We in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get fucked. They gotta get paid. Do that.
So she think we don't know why she got fucked 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
Is that guy an option?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not consistent.
He's not consistent.
Stay with me. It all makes sense. Stay with me. Let's get it.
An option?
No.
Let's get it. Stay with me.
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
Is that guy an option?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not consistent.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
He's not consistent.
Right.
Okay. So how long have you been dealing with him for?
It's about to be 2 years.
Oh, wait. Were you guys ever in a relationship or two? You were?
We were in a relationship.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
It should be 4 yes.
At Sierra, Steve discovered that
That's the game, y'all. That's all this is. That's the nutshell. You don't mind having uncommitted sex. That's all this is, man. You're a whore. It's sad, son.
Are you guys in a relationship or no?
No.
Okay, no. Got you. So what happened the last 2 weeks that made you say I'm finally done with him?
Well, I've been done with him. He's just, meeting some needs, and that's it.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
Why'd y'all break up?
It was inconsistency.
So you broke up with him because of his inconsistency, but you still want to have sex with him?
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
Till I meet my person.
Well, girl, you should have just stayed in the relationship. Act like you didn't know what the hell was going on. If you was gonna still sleep with him, child.
Because I'm being faithful, giving my all to him, and he not meeting me where I'm at.
I understand that. Okay.
I was being faithful, giving my all to him. I was faithful, giving my all to him. Instead of giving my all to him,
they failed at controlling their pussy, protecting their pussy, and even maintaining and cleansing their pussy.
You was gonna still sleep with him, child.
Because I'm being faithful, giving my all to him, and he not meeting me where I'm at.
I understand that. Okay, so are you dating other men while you're sleeping with him?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I kind of understand. Well, the men watching.
how could you understand that she's dating other men while fucking him? What is there to possibly understand? He's breaking her down. She loves his eggplant, but she's entertaining other men, hoping that their eggplant could outdo his. What the fuck do you understand? It don't make no sense. And if the eggplant don't outdo his, hopefully they got money, because she's still gonna fuck him regardless. What the fuck?
You probably get drunk, you give them bitches 2,000 and you was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here. We in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get fucked, they gotta get paid. Do that. I don't care.
Until I meet my person.
Well, girl, you should have just stayed in the relationship. Act like you didn't know what the hell was going on. If you was gonna still sleep with him, child.
Because I'm being faithful, giving my all to him, and he not meeting me where I'm at.
I understand that. Okay, so are you dating other men while you're sleeping with him?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I kind of understand.
That's
so
crazy.
When they're watching, they're gonna be like, "You slept with this guy 2 weeks ago. How do we know you're really done with him and he was your ex?" So, like, what happened in the last 14 days that made you say, "I'm finally for real done"?
Because I realized that I want more than what we're doing, than what I'm doing with him.
Okay.
Like, I want a real serious relationship, and he just can't give that to me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fellas. So she's done with her ex. It's a wrap.
Yes,
it's a wrap. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Oh, I have to work on being patient.
There you have it, guys. And that's, I mean, let's just call it, let's say 75% of the women that brothers entertain had sex with a man 2 weeks ago that they've been fucking for 2 years. That's the position that most of us go in. And we got to have eggplant or money that outdoes that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? These bitches are sick.
Realizing by saying that,
calling somebody ratchet
okay,
or
listen,
having a
it's
trauma
all
response.
subjective, right? And
There
this is the thing.
There
Right?
we
We
go.
all have to have this conversation.
It's
It goes back to the spectrum of things, and it also goes back to your environment. The DSM-5 does not have you are high functioning, you are low
But it has
functioning.
functioning in it. 100%.
Yes,
It has functioning in it,
but it
written
is
in
a
the word.
spectrum.
Yes.
And inside of the spectrum, you get to see where you lie. And that's only something that you can figure out through your own life experience and the mirroring back from people and the responses that you're getting. Everything else is just subjective. There's no way to say, oh, you are high functioning, because to somebody else, you're low functioning.
I mean, in the way that you're saying it, yes.
So we gotta move forward. Okay. So the question becomes: is do men and women define it differently?
Yes.
So listen, I want you to just take a look. Take a look at this.
A high value woman, by contrast, she's appealing and attractive. She has a comforting character. Her character, a high value woman, is comforting in her character. She's not going to shame you, insult you, or guilt you. She's going to lift and build people up. She's enthusiastic and exuberant about things. She's, like I said, she's liberating. Low value women are the opposite. They are burdensome. A high value woman is a feminine asset. A low value woman is a liability.
There you have it. But you know, we get a little more raw than that. We are way more raw than that.
You don't have the primary relationship. A man, the first business, your first network is family. You don't have it. In 11 days, we will be in cuffing season. You're going to be by yourself for Thanksgiving. Because the restaurants are going to be open. You're going to look real sad at Thanksgiving, sitting at that table with you, your single mama, your single sisters, your single cousins who are baby mamas, all them dogs. It's going to be a bunch of grown women, unmarried women, out of wedlock children, pets.
He's describing the noun version of value. I describe the verb version of value. The noun is a people person and how he described it, their value system. I describe it as the verb, which is your earnings. What do you earn for me? So when I say high value man, that means he's powerful, he makes a lot of money. But if he's low functioning, his functionality isn't allowing him to be in a relationship at a healthy space. He's causing impairment in his emotional intelligence is low. So you can be high value and low functioning, or you can also be high value, like my verse says, and high functioning. It just depends.
What are your thoughts? I think these internet psychiatrists and internet Instagram people, the catering is an echo chamber.
Yeah.
They're catering to the sheeple, and people are going to this because they want to be agreed with. I think as a person who has gone through a lot of therapy, and my therapist said, Ryan, the things that you were doing is like you had a broken antenna, right? And so you could not see the things, and you were deflecting. And once we started to work on that, and your antenna started to become straight, you could see things that was coming. My question is because it's hysterical is historical. Because when people start acting crazy, you're like, why she go off like that? It's because something that happened to her back in the day. So how practical is the whole labeling of women in the first place? Do you think the idea alienates certain groups of women, like single moms? I'm a struggling single mom, I'm a career-focused woman, I'm LGBTQ, or those who fit conventional beauty and income standards? What you think?
I personally think that labeling is a way that the world tries to tell you who you are. And I think in a world where everybody tries to tell you who you are, it's really important for you to know for yourself. And I think that oftentimes we get so caught up in this person said this person has this bias, this person XYZ. And none of that ultimately matters. What matters most
Well, hold on. Hold the fuck up. She just said you know who you are by the way people react to you. Hold on.
On the spectrum. And so when you read, David Data has an amazing book called The Way of the Superior Man.
Yes, that's right.
I love that book. It's amazing. Everyone in here reads that. I'm an avid reader. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
So
wait, before you go on, I want to say,
no, wait, let me just hold on.
You can be ratchet and still be high functioning. Because I want to say this, you could be ratchet and still be high functioning. Functioning is not about a ratchetness or not a ratchetness. Ratchet is a very derogatory.
Of it, though.
But no. A person can be ratchet and be high functioning. How you function has nothing to do with if you're ratchet, if you're hood, or if you're not. A functionality is how well you regulate your emotions.
Exactly, and I agree with that. So if you are traumatized, right? Let's say that you are triggered all the time because you haven't taken the time to resolve your trauma.
Yes.
This is a response. Oftentimes we label as ratchet or nucky buck or whatever it is, it's because those are the way those women are behaving. It's not a look. It's not an essence. It's not an energy. Let me finish. I'm not
emotionally ratchet. I'm not the question.
No, you can't answer
But you're generalizing. I know. But you generalize. You can't generalize.
You're generalizing by saying that
calling somebody ratchet
or
listen, having a trauma
it's all subjective, right? And this is the thing. We all have to have this conversation. It goes back to the spectrum of things, and it also goes back to your environment. The DSM-5 does not have you are high functioning, you are low functioning.
But it has functioning in it. 100%.
Yes,
it has functioning in it in the word.
Spectrum. And inside of the spectrum, you get to see where you lie. And that's only something that you can figure out through your own life experience and the mirroring back from people and the response.
Right, the mirroring back from people.
That you're getting. Everything
and the responses that you're getting. And now the bitch talking about, well, you just got to stay within yourself. You can't listen to these bitches.
What you think?
I personally think that labeling is a way that the world tries to tell you who you are. And I think in a world where everybody tries to tell you who you are, it's really important for you to know for yourself. And I think that often...
Yo, these bitches, we are fucked up as a black community. This is sick work. Okay, so the nigga, he got on the dating app and he met a Redbone messaged him first. Next thing you know, she's talking about how good looking this don't sound good. This don't sound good at all. That's another reason I don't mess with them apps. This don't sound good. How good I'm looking and how good looking I am, and she wants to. Brother, brother, I'm not gonna read this transgender bullshit. I'm not reading this transgender shit, B. I don't like. That's the thing about these dating apps. These damn trannies be on there, B. I don't know how y'all like. You on a dating app and some tranny hit you up, like, yo, it's fucked up. My homie told me about some shit like that, and it's like because they get to label themselves as women, you know. Good. Her dude.